Hey, welcome to my video. I'm happy you're here. The first time I learned more about autism was while watching Atypical, or at least I thought, because it was actually really terrible representation. And it doesn't make me feel seen as an autistic person. I would never shove my partner in the closet if I would be annoyed with them, for example. A lot of people have seen that, and I think you can imagine how that made the bad stereotypes about autism even worse. Now imagine that Sam's mother in the series grabbed her phone, filmed it, and put it on the internet for everyone to see while making herself in some way the victim. Okay, so before we get into this entire thing, if you like my little cozy mushroom friends here, you can check them out because I make them myself in the link in the description. Now let's get in.
We're autism moms. Of course we have a swing in our house.
Okay, so in this video the swing is actually cool, but we don't need to see your kid who is a child and cannot consent to being put on the internet.
I'm an autism mom. Of course all of my furniture is broken.
It's always nice to see a parent blame their child for something like this. I mean, I get it's annoying to have to buy new furniture all the time, but you can maybe spend your time finding a solution for this together. Maybe go to a second-hand store or something like that, instead of filming it and putting your child on the internet for no reason.
Hi, we're autism parents. This is how he takes his shower and a bath. Woo!
Okay, so we don't need to see this. There's no reason for anyone to film their children's shower ritual and put it on the internet, even if they were close. That's just weird.
We're autism moms. Of course we have purses full of sensory toys.
It's nice that this parent is actually trying to accommodate her kid, but again, we don't need to see the child. That's not necessary for any reason. Doesn't make your point any stronger.
I have autistic children. Of course I have a pantry full of his safe foods. And a freezer. And of course it includes fries.
Okay, so at least the child isn't in here, which makes it a lot better than all the things we have seen before here. And one little thing, and that is that this isn't world altering. It's kind of common sense, and the bare minimum safe foods are really important for a lot of autistic people to make sure that they can eat and, you know, live.
We're autism moms. Of course we know all the songs to Thomas the Tank Engine.
And you better enjoy them. There's nothing more beautiful in the world than someone that's having passion. And I love that your child found Thomas the Steam Engine. Is that the English? Thomas the Steam Engine. I'm not sure. Anyways, doesn't matter what it is. Your child has passion for something and that's great, so you better enjoy it. But again, we don't need to see your child here because they cannot consent to being on the internet because they are a literal child. By the way, I'm sorry for the bad face blurring. I am on a learning curve here. The next parent decided to film their child while he was being angry and put it on the internet.
Man, you don't need to start stressing me out.
Stop saying mean things to me like that. It's mean to me.
Shaheem! Come here, put it down. Put it down. Your face is hot. What do you mean I'm being rude? What do you mean I'm being rude?
You've been yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at
Yes,
you.
you are.
Shaheem.
You better be on your best behavior or else you will be in big trouble.
I'm not going into the contents of the fight here, but I think it's safe to say that every teenager on the earth has fought with their parents at some point. So it's not really hard to use some empathy in the situation. Like, imagine if your parent put your fight on the internet. All your friends will be able to see that you stole a cookie and your parent betrayed you doing that. Imagine the next day at lunch with your peers. It's not gonna be great. This might be a one-way route to ensure that your child is never going to have any friends actually, because teenagers are really mean. So you're not helping your kid here. Of course there are more examples of this, like this one.
Sid forgot to change in PE, and he's gonna be hyper-fixated on all day. What happened?
I forgot.
It's okay, baby. You'll get your shirt tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, you'll get.
The sentence, so he's gonna be hyperfixating on this all day long, really bugs me. Like, boohoo that you have to hear about it all day. You're the one that decided to film it and put it on the internet instead of making a really concrete plan, telling that to your child so he can have some inner peace. If you find it annoying to hear about it all day, imagine what your child is feeling. It sucks to forget things. That's not really a thing that just happens to autistic people. Forgetting things is just really annoying. It feels like you're using him as a tool because you need validation for I don't even know what. It's really weird. Anyways, parents victimizing themselves because they have an autistic child happens more often, like in this video. She uses the word special needs, which is a term that I've never heard any disabled person speak positively about. Besides that, I understand that parenting is really hard and that adapting and finding new approaches to specific situations because your kid is autistic is also really hard. I understand that. But complaining on the internet about it isn't gonna help anyone in this situation. You're telling the world that autistic people or autistic children are monsters instead of full-blown human people that are trying to explore the world like every other kid. Also, there's a really big chance that your child is gonna see this one day and, you know, good luck with being lonely in your elderly home when you're old. Well, I think that's enough for today. These autism parent videos seem to have the goal to bring more awareness for autism, but they're really doing the exact opposite of that, and they're harming the autistic community with really evil stereotypes. In the meantime, the children are exploited for views, and with that also money. Which also means that they're set up by their parents to get bullied by their peers later on. For good representation on autism, we can always listen to autistic adults. There are a lot of people that are autistic advocates and they're super great. It does make sense for parents of autistic children to want some kind of peer support, but you can do that privately, for example in a private Facebook group, which is great. Let your autistic kids be what they are, kids, please. If you like my little video, please push that wonderful like button. You can also subscribe, I would love that, and check out my socials. Thank you for watching and please don't forget to drink some water. Ciao!